Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Oleg, Julian protested. The postings Kalinka's had me look at are legitimate. There's no reason to lie. Oleg looked squarely at Julian and said, "You report to me. Now you're telling me what to do? Just do it and let me worry about the consequences." Oleg dismissed Julian with a wave of his hand. Julian left, knowing better than to shake his head. He got to his desk, packed up his homework, and left the office hoping the weekend would give him some rest. He doubted it would. Kalinka, Ulyov, and Clarence found themselves in Mayadzol at the same time. That didn't happen very often. Their work schedules seemed made to keep them as far apart as possible. Taking advantage of that, Kalinka had arranged to have lunch. She wanted to compare notes and come up with a plan to counter Oleg's obnoxious and illegal ways. She had arrived first to the restaurant and was getting her thoughts organized when Ulyov and Clarence walked in. They found Kalinka and sat down. She smiled and said, "So nice to see you out of work." Ulyov and Clarence nodded and mumbled hello. "Kalinka," Ulyov said, "it's time to do something. Anything. The questions we have to field from HQ are becoming more and more insistent and accusatory. The situation is wearing us both down." Clarence nodded. Kalinka began. "I've planted a seed with Julian and potentially Oleg. I hope it's the beginning of the end for them both." Ulyov laughed uncomfortably and said, "I hope it grows quickly. I'm near the end of my rope." Clarence nodded. It seemed all he was capable of lately. Kalinka stated, "I asked Julian to investigate a number of legitimate expenses on the project." Ulyov raised his eyebrows and said, "You did what?" Hi, Jeep here. Welcome to the next episode in my Rote Bucht playthrough. I think talking with Kaya, she's been trying to coach me on getting the pronunciation of that right, and for some reason my North American lips cannot make that sound. So what I'm going to be doing is calling it RB. Occasionally you'll hear me try it again, just to get brave and do it, but yeah, I just think it's it's a running gag that's been running for too long. So anyway, welcome to this episode. I believe we're episode 16 now. We have got a working city. Might be hanging on by a bit of a thread. Had an issue with workers not going here, but I think that may have been the initial influx, because there's definitely workers waiting to be picked up and taken to work now. So that's a good thing. What we need is we need people here, period. No water, everything goes bad. So at any rate, I'm going to keep an eye on this through most of this episode, but it looks like whatever the issue was either sorted at the patch or with an update to the mod or something. I don't honestly know for sure, but I'm happy to say it is working. Our next biggest, most important project is the technical university, and I believe I'm going to set that to high, and I've only got dumpers 1 and construction 1 on that, and I think it's probably a good idea to assign dumpers 2 as well, and construction 2. And I'm going to do the buses as well. We'll just get everybody on that. And I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment here as well. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to pay off or it's going to be a faster route, but it'll be a temporary one. I'm just going to run that there just to see if maybe the construction offices will see that as a shorter route in to the to the university. We definitely want and need to have this built. It's too important to keep the city running properly, getting everybody educated. Our indoor pool. Our school is definitely getting inundated with people that want to learn and be able to go to school. So we're trying to accommodate as much as we can. Hopefully, we get a little bit larger workforce. Our police station and the secret police, those will follow when we start to get around that. Believe it's in the 10,000 range. I could be wrong. I may have to go back and check some of the stats on that. But at any rate, that's we're not at a point right now where we need to be too concerned about the crime and the effects of crime. Soon enough, though, once we get everything built up. So that said, we've now got our cranes working here. Get some people. Looked like there was a good lineup at the border coming to pick people up. And well, what do you know? It is a shorter route, so that's cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that's a thing. Just it's gonna make the trips that much faster. So here's 8 people waiting, and hopefully picks up the whole. All of them, and we've got 5 people working there. So back and forth. Looks like there's enough people here for given the. I mean, I believe there's only 2 buses on that line. Yeah, there's this one and that one, and I think I don't know if we want to do a third or not. Right at this point, I'm. Not sure it's necessary. We do run out of workers from time to time. I believe there, but it's really pretty few and far between. The bus is just getting there now. Got 1 worker left, but our buffer with the small water tower is you know, making that situation work. So rather than just spend some money on another bus that's going to have a pretty short shelf life, as soon as we get our industry up and running, we'll be needing bigger buses in there to facilitate all of the people that we need to bring there, and bringing them, what was it, 8 at a time, 7 at a time? That's not nearly enough, unless of course we want to clog our roads up. Which is not the case. So, could leave that a medium priority and get construction. And the dumpers 1 on that as well. They can do it when they're not too busy. We're in August, so I'm not sure if we're going to get to our to the winter, the non-construction season or not, but at any rate, that is what it is. I'm still getting workers from the border because I don't want to interrupt this. Our construction, or our water production facilities. We need to have workers there, period. So where are you headed? Monument? Yes. Okay, cool. Be nice to get all of those done and dealt with. At some point I'm gonna take this park and do some beautification on it as well. It's a pretty cool little area. Nice benches around. Get some trees and bushes in place. Get some distinct areas marked out. So I got a couple of ideas in mind, but we'll come back to that a little bit later. Like I said, first I'm focusing here. Where's this road? I think it's up at the farm. Okay, that's cool. But there, yeah, with the high priority, we're looking at that getting dealt with first. So that's all good. Once we get to a point here where, oh man, we're getting enough, barely getting enough concrete brought in, but it is coming in. So keep that working. The next plan of attack is going to be building another residence. We'll just continue on down the line. And a kindergarten. I'm guessing the kindergarten here, it's not overflowing. So, may not be completely necessary, but it's certainly gonna... what? I don't know. We only have 21. I mean, there's some of those cycles that you end up going through with lots and lots of births and that kind of thing. So sort of a boom, if you will, baby boom. Something that I will want to also plan out before I dig or cut myself off is getting our rail line out. That's not going to happen this episode, but definitely be bringing it out this way, which means these guys are probably, well, this DO is going to have to move. Yeah. Well, let's have a peek. Let's see what it could certainly fit if I didn't, if I left it in there. Could work. What's the terrain like back here? I certainly wouldn't want to live back here, I'll tell you that, if I'm going to run this up and out, which is the plan, because we have our coal and steel industries up here, or not steel, coal and iron industries up here. We're gonna need train access for the excess. That's where we start making our money. So I think I'll leave that in there just as a reminder. Sometimes things get forgotten, and we really don't. I really don't want that to happen. So yeah, we're chugging along. This is going to get done this episode, so that's nice. Maybe start looking at dumpers. Yeah, nobody's on their way, so don't really need the farm until we get our the distillery up and running. Two DOs here, one built, so that'll be bringing everything from farmhouse to the warehouse over here. So I'm just working out a plan of attack in my head. You can probably smell the smoke burning. I'm thinking so much about this. The smoke burning. You can probably smell the smoke from my brain being used. We're up to 75%, so that's nice. It was 73 when we started, and that's cool. Our unemployed workers, most of them are because of a low education, so that 6% number is not a bad thing, and we're really not cramping anything here in terms of not enough facilities or not enough materials or anything like that. We're not running out of gas just having two working, or yeah. Similar scenario here, 2 people, we can get 15. There's, you know, people are having fun there. The pool, same scenario. The 4 seems like about a good number at this point. This is what it is. The school is going to be filled as full as it can be, to beyond capacity. You can see the students in the schoolyard. They're the ones that are not having an opportunity to get an education. But you know, this. Especially with a lot of the people that we imported, there's going to be a lot of sick people, so that's why I kept this number up a little bit, just to keep. We just don't want people that we've paid good rubles for dying on us, to be blunt. And our firefighters really don't want to take a chance. We're about half the number. Could I up that? Probably, but I think 12 is pretty good. I don't know that I've seen multiple fires in the game, but having said that out loud now, I'm guessing that that's going to be changed this episode. I'll see two fires happen and at the same time, and we'll have to manage it. No, I'm joking. I don't know that that's going to be the case for sure. Let's quickly look at a little bit of getting the rail line in there. Well, that's not cool. No one's in range. Is that can't be, or no one's available? No, they're available. Now, the only thing I can think of why they wouldn't be trying to go to that road is the fact that the university is more important at this point. How many people? We still got that 7 to 8 number, so we're not quite increasing as enough that I would feel comfortable switching our buses over to this bus stop. Yeah, just not what I'm looking for. So just taking that chance is what I mean. Let's get our dumpers 1 delivering here. Okay, away they go. Cool. And gonna be a while. Yeah, we're concrete, gravel, and asphalt. So that's good. Good. 32. Hopefully get a few more people working when this goes up, or get our percentage coming down. Yeah, and we're up to 76% now. So far that's good. We're 75% happiness. What's our loyalty at? 49%. Okay, so if I set our loyalty to 40%, and I'm going to leave that at 0 for now. And hopefully the influence that we get there will. I'm going to do a similar thing here and see what that does. Hopefully I've not shot myself in the foot by excluding a bunch of people that could work here that will no longer work here because they're not loyal enough. Mind you, we don't know at this point. That's sad. We don't have secret police, so we really don't know the numbers. So they're going to be able to continue working here without issues. So, yeah, that's good to see. Really, really good to see. employment, yeah, it has dropped down a little bit. Cool. That is starting to come together a little bit. I like that. I like what's happening. Oh, 9, 10. Just saw double digits there. It's the first time I've seen that at the bus station. So good to know. Good to know. Nobody's working up there yet. Plenty of people working here. They're all coming from the from the footpath. Yeah. So those are the buildings that have foot access to it. So there's more than enough workers. Don't need to run a bus to it. Realize the pollution hazard that we have here. This was done purposefully, trying to keep expenses down. Not having more buses, not having to build a large heating plant. This is the size of the beginning city. It's not going to be changing. Everything else that's going to happen from here is going to happen on that side. Heading out of town. I think I've talked about it a little bit before, but we have coal and iron, and the rest of the industry that will be built up will all be in this area here. That's the plan, is to have that done through here. So that would be the steel industry and some of the construction material industries as well. We'll see how that all works out when we get there. But for at this point, this is what it is here. We've got a nice small little town, easy to manage. I can get my head around how the water works, and hopefully get more comfortable with with the rest of the game mechanics that I haven't really played very much. So that said, we're definitely gonna have to get some buses in here. I think we've got some concrete to bring, so we'll get where are we here? Yeah, buses. One can start bringing people, and I would very much like to get my dumpers 2 started working on these 3 buildings. We want to get our cash flow positive here as quickly as we can. Importing the grain, creating alcohol, using that alcohol in our shops, and then exporting the excess. That's the goal. So for the beginning, get that production going, and then what we'll be doing is building up the rest of the farm so that we can replace the import of crops with everything that's going to happen, and then we'll expand out from here into the other crop-related industries, primarily food to begin with. Same scenario with the food, where we will be creating the food for use in our shops, and then exporting the excess, and then ultimately into a fabric and clothing as well. Excuse me. So we can, with these other 2 buildings, possibly one more. I'm not 100% sure at this point how many more we're going to need. You know, obviously we have a pretty fair number of people. Like, there's 260 people that aren't educated, that can't work, that could be working. So, you know, how much more is this going to take up? Very good question. hopefully the rest. Hopefully we don't have to go beyond the size of so Dumpers 2 I think is probably not oh no, Dumpers 2 is busy. Cool. And then with the coal as well that we have up the road, we can replace our electricity industry or needs from an import perspective. And is it a huge moneymaker? No, but is also something that we wouldn't have to import anymore. So there you go. I'll be looking. Yeah, we're still no problem at all with the kindergarten situation. So new vehicles, we can clear that. Oh, do we make that a high priority? Okay. Just checking to see where all that's at. And then the other, I guess, something else that we need to consider, or that I need to consider, is where am I going to be setting up my my next construction office, because it is the areas that I have available to me for the coal. It's a little bit of a ways away, so going back and forth for that, you can see where the iron is and where the coal is. That's our prime industries here that we're going to be tackling. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't want to be yeah. Sorry, more thinking. Where exactly, how much further up this way? The idea with this is this would be coming out, and then that's where the food, and then possibly the clothing industry on this side of the road. So plans, yeah, you never know. There was also another idea of using this warehouse, so it's multi-purpose for the crops. So yet to be determined. This free structure here is definitely not going to be these free structures. These free storages are not going to be here forever, for sure. If at some point, hopefully, we'll be stopping doing the imports there, or importing to a different location, which may be further up this way. So lots of options. How are we looking here? We just need some concrete. Let's get our concrete going, folks. Yeah, I did set that to high. Dumpers, buses. Need a construction office on there, don't I? There we go. Silly. Yeah. concrete. I don't know why I always think, I shouldn't say why I always think, but I do often, just with the way it's set up, forget that my concrete truck, which is right there, is in my construction office, is not in the dumpers. So 77%, things are going reasonably well, I believe. Yeah, we're getting some smart people educated, or some, yeah, we're, oh, fewer people in the schoolyard. Nice to see that. Whether that's just a matter of getting lucky with the number of when I clicked on it. Looks like our monuments are dealt with. Cool. Well, not quite. There's another one right there that we need to get dealt on on somebody's list. Dumpers, 2, buses, 2, and construction 2. Nice. Dumpers, construction, and buses. Better get that organized. Dumpers 2, buses 2, and construction 2. Good. Okay. I think I got everybody assigned now that needs to be for group 2 that's going up there. Getting gravel here now. Sweet. It'll be our late winter project. Just at 30 minutes now, probably another 10-ish minutes or so. There's, like I said, there's a little bit of work I want to do on this park, and just in the city in general, in terms of making it look more like a city versus just a hollow shell of a temporary work encampment. Oleg doesn't like spending money on trees, but too bad. Deal with it. Yeah, we're moving along pretty well here now that I've got the right construction offices working for it. Awesome. Let's have a peek at what can be done here. Footpath. Not necessary to have footpaths to all of these. I thought I saw people walking up this, and I'm like, why are people walking up here? And where are these people going? I don't suppose I can... There's nothing to go to work for here, folks. That's an odd one. One I honestly did not expect to see. There's still people walking across the street there. No idea why they would do, and then they just disappear. No idea. If anyone knows, be more than happy to sorry. If anyone knows, I would love to understand what that was all about. Okay. We have this beautiful park. What I would like to do is, excuse me. No. here we are. Go very well. Oh well, we can get that sorted out. Speaking is optional in YouTube videos, isn't it? Sorry, I get concentrated on lining things up and become non-communicative. Oh. See if I can get this to cooperate. I don't think I will be able to. We're going to pretend that doesn't exist. Poplars in there, get some bushes. I know it's probably going to look a little bit odd being all on pavement here. See, we can change that up pretty easily. To 78% now. Cool. Loving that. A little bit of greenery in town. Get it, do it, overdo it. It's so easy to do that where you've just got too much of everything. Greenery wise, I'm saying. Just trying to get a few bushes and then I'll start figuring out what I want to do. You can probably hear the mouse clicks. Figuring out what I want to do for actual trees. In town, I kind of like the poplar look, but I also really like the fir tree, if you will. Okay. Sense of aesthetic is questionable, but at any rate, we're looking okay. How's our employed is dropping. Our low education is dropping. Are we getting enough people at the bus stop? Still not quite enough, I don't think, to stop the import of our workers. For the construction industry, I mean. We're definitely looking better, though. Kind of loving that. And we need some, need a bunch of prefabs. That'd be cool. And then a few people working. We've got a few people in town working on this. looking, yeah, first phase is almost done now. Hopefully there's a, yeah, mixer's on its way. Should be bringing the last of the concrete for this phase. And yeah, similar scenario there. So, distribution office. Now these two distribution offices were for the fields on this side and then the fields on that side. Eventually I would like them to, yeah, it's probably not a bad idea once it's done, is to use these as go from the border to there and drop off our crops for alcohol creation, and then the alcohol that we have here can be dropped off at our the canteen, the pool hall, and I don't think we do, that's not available at the shopping center. At those two locations, and then the excess taken to the border for export. Cool. Let's get our dumpers working, dumpers 1 working again on, oh, there's a little section that didn't get created there. Oh well, it is what it is. Awesome. Okay, we're at 40 minutes now, so I think I'm gonna call this a reasonably successful episode. I thankfully our bus station is working. Look, just based off of these numbers, looks like maybe at next episode we can switch up and stop importing workers. That would be pretty cool. That'll free up some border time. We can continue on with that. We've got our university built now, so that's cool. Educating lots of people. Yeah, there's definitely a need, but I think we're doing just fine. We've got enough teachers. Most of the people, it's pretty well dealt with. I think there's a little bit of an overlap right now in terms of the numbers, but not like what we saw before, where there was really out of control. Treated patients, there's still some people from third world that are in our system, and they will be there for a little while, but we've got enough doctors, we're able to deal with that. And then as that starts to drop down, then we'll be looking at shifting some of the numbers around for the doctors. Fire coverage, I think we're pretty much in a good position there. 12, I'm guessing, is a good number. 2 different fire trucks. We started working on our money-making industry, and we're looking at expanding. Just get some prefabs in. We're good to go here with getting more people in, so that we can get our industries as they come online covered. And we started our rail. Yay. Such as it is. It's there. Probably next episode we'll do a little bit more planning up this way. I was considering doing that this episode, but yeah, decided against it. So at any rate, thanks for hanging with me today. Appreciate you. We'll definitely be trying to get more timely episodes going. Hopefully that happens, and we see you in the next one. Cheers. Have yourself a wonderful day.